Things are in constant flux. Everything is changing, and a great example of this change is the current pandemic situation. Nobody expected this to happen, yet it happened, and it caused a massive change in the whole world. Now, this was a huge source of anxiety and suffering for so many people, and in this video I would like to take the time to talk about impermanence and how to deal with change, because change can be such a disruptive thing to experience. I hope to share with you some mental tools and mindsets that can help you to deal with change. As an empath, change can be very, very intense. We can feel shook to our core. We can feel like everything is being pulled from beneath our feet. And this can cause us to feel extremely anxious. When disruptive change happens, we start to understand that we used to be very attached to the things that changed, the things that transformed, right? So usually, what is the biggest cause of suffering when things change? It is the attachment to either the good or the bad. We are attached to our identities. Now, with the current situation, many of us are not able to go to the gym. You can't go out to eat with your friends. You can't go party. You can't run your business. So what happens when all those things get taken away from you? Who are you? Who am I? Who am I when I can't go to the gym? Who am I when I can't be social? Who am I when I can't run my business the way I used to run it, right? So asking yourself these questions can be a source of anxiety. It can cause a lot of suffering, and this then will lead you to feel not in control. Attaching yourself to your identity is a great source of suffering because change is inevitable. Everything is in constant flux. There is no such thing as something that's permanent. In this world, everything by definition is impermanent. There is forever impermanence. And once we try to attach to a certain part of our identity or a certain situation, we try to keep it stuck. We try to make it permanent, but it's impossible. So we will have to practice letting go in order for life to move its course. Because if we are trying to keep it stuck, we will suffer. Because of this resistance, because of the flow of life, we can't stop it. It's like the river is flowing. You can try to contain it, you can try to stop it, but it's actually not going to work, and it's going to cause you tremendous suffering. So the other side of the same coin is being attached to the bad. We can grow attached to our suffering. We can grow attached to our depressed state, and we can blame the external circumstances for this suffering. We can grow attached to that because there can be a payoff in believing that the external circumstances cause our inner state. It removes the personal responsibility, and sometimes, at least in my case, it's easier to hide there. It's easier to blame it on external circumstances rather than taking full responsibility for your current state. So when we feel attached to our negative mindsets and our depressed state, it can also feel very disruptive when there is a sudden change. Now, both attachments to either the good or the bad can be a great cause of suffering. Because we try to contain the flow of life, we try to make something permanent that is inherently impermanent. So, as an empath, how do I deal with this? And how does it affect me when I do so? First of all, you have to understand that it's important to do the work. You have to consciously and actively work on letting go, on accepting the fact that change is inevitable. Transformation is gonna come. You have no choice. Life is going to come at you, and it's your task, it's your responsibility to prepare yourself for everything that is coming your way. So, me as an empath, the things that I really think are very useful to deal with these intense changes, to deal with this intense anxiety, to deal with this sense of loss of control, are making sure that I cultivate my mind, that I meditate daily. I want to be an observer of what is happening. I don't want to be a play ball being thrown around by life all the time. No, I want to be able to center myself and to really pay attention to what's going on, and to be able to look at things from an observer perspective, not a dissociated perspective, because this is something I believe that many people tend to overlook, that, oh, I want to distance myself, I want to be the observer from afar, I want to disassociate from what's going on, and then they end up in a more avoidant type of behavior. I believe that as an empath, simply because we are such feeling people, it's important to stay in touch, to really embody the observing, to embody the change, to really allow it to be felt in our system. So I like to do a meditation practice that incorporates bodily awareness, so I can observe the change with both my mental and my bodily awareness. This keeps me grounded, this keeps me centered, and this allows me to ride the wave. Train your mind, control your perception, look at things from both a very focused perspective and a wider perspective. You want to keep a bird's eye view, and you want to be able to zoom in to the nuances, the small nuances of this change, so you can explore it for yourself. Another thing that I believe is very important is take care of your physical health. You want to make sure that you move enough, that you eat healthy foods, that you nurture your body, because of the embodied mindfulness practices. You want to have a healthy body in order for you to be able to withstand the challenges that come your way, because life will throw its challenges. Life will suddenly change. Everything is in constant flux, and you want to be as prepared as possible. A third thing I believe is crucial in order to deal with change when it's very sudden and disruptive change is to cultivate some kind of routine, some kind of stability where you can feel in control within the inherent uncontrollable nature of life, right? So what I like to do is I like to make my bed in the morning consistently every single day. I like to prepare similar foods week to week consistently. I like to go to the gym every day because it keeps me in a nice flow, it keeps my body moving, and I can feel that by staying in my body, by being active, I can deal a lot better with the inherent chaos that is around me, right? Daily walks are also very, very useful because you can connect with nature. I like to walk and really plant my feet on the ground, feel myself being grounded, paying attention to how I'm moving through the world. Walking can be a tremendous source of peace and calm within the turbulent changes that are going on. So, to wrap it up, impermanence is going to be there forever. It was there long before you were born, and it's going to be there long after you are dead. So, the quicker you can adapt to the permanent changes that are happening in the world, the quicker you can thrive in a forever changing environment. And there is always opportunities for personal development. There's always opportunities for growth hidden within the challenges, hidden within the change. And if you cultivate your mind, if you practice meditation, if you keep your body healthy, then you will be in the best position to seize those opportunities, to learn the lessons, and to thrive, to move forward, and to really explore, discover, and to turn into somebody who is capable of dealing with the changes and who is not crushed by the impermanence of things. And instead, the change, the flux, can be a tremendous source of power. So I'm very curious about your story. How do you deal with change? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel in control? What are things that you believe are very important in a stage of your life where there is chaos and where there is sudden disruptive change? Please let me know down below in the comments. I want to thank you for being brave. I want to thank you for working on yourself. And I know right now change is difficult, and you got this. I know you got this. We all got this. It's just crucial that we stay focused, that we stay present. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.